But right now, second hour, and we've got I don't know how to introduce him, so I'm going to say the very delicious and flamboyant Mr. John Wyse.
You're too kind, but also so true. A wordsmith if ever I met one.
Oh, thank you very much.
Delightfully handsome yourself, David.
Oh, I couldn't compete with you. Come on, you're too kind. How you doing, John?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm really good. I'm really happy to be here. It's lovely. Good people at Brooklands Radio.
Yeah, well, good people at Silverbox, who's a band that you front.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Silverbox Band and Music. Mm-hmm. You can find us on Facebook, and you get us on YouTube, Twitter, all the usual sites. But we'll tell you more about that, I guess, as the evening progresses.
As the evening progresses, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of the lovely Annie Lovell?
Yeah, brilliant. Amazing.
Fantastic voice, isn't it?
Yeah,
fantastic.
We only had like a quick 5 minutes, like handing over the baton, so to speak. Right, you're in now. So yeah, no, it was lovely. Brief, but a joy.
No, she might come and join us in a minute. We'll have a little banter. Yeah,
no, that'd be cool.
Not? Yeah. Make a little broom. I mean, it's hot in here. It's hot enough anyway. So
it's like a sauna.
Yeah, well, it's all
Who's the little dude in the corner putting the water on the coals?
He's
sacking.
No, he doesn't. No, he's Simone.
It's
our Simone
emanating heat.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Well, it's me actually. My Latin Colombian blood.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
radiating heat.
It is. Yeah, I have a one-man central heating system. There you go. So, Mr. John Wyse, so you are singer, musician extraordinaire.
I don't know about extraordinaire. We're just kind of we're starting out at the moment. To be honest, we're only about, I think, maybe 13, 14 months deep into actually being on the live circuit inside London. We have done a show, which I think was for my benefit, like back home in Fife in Scotland,
right?
At the Greenside, and that was really cool. But predominantly our gigs, our shows have all been in London, and to be honest, we're quite blown away at the reception we've kind of got, because we've a lot of it, it starts out your friends, your mates, they all come and support you, and then now it seems to be that there's a kind of bit of a following coming from various countries and outside of our own kind of friend network and stuff, and it's just been really lovely that it's went from strength to strength, and everything we do is always under the policy of it has to justify the going forward with the next project, whether that be a song or continuing as a band for another year or all that business. So right now we're actually in an incredible place where we've got loads of gigs lined up, really cool top kind of venues. We've managed to bunny hop the the pub circuit, and we're straight in there now with playing the the big places. And you, my friend, you are taking our radio virginity. So
hey,
it's popped.
Hey, you popped it. Brilliant.
Couldn't have been a better man.
Thank you. I could say a few things, but I won't. Thank you. So your first radio interview.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I've sat in on a couple of them, but that was many years ago. Mm-hmm. But this is the first time it's ever been me.
On a previous life.
Yeah,
because you were,
to speak.
You were a boy band, weren't you? A member of a boy band. Can we talk about that?
Do we have to?
Yes.
Like I've been. I
remember you nearly you held me to ransom when you first told me. You said you're not going to broadcast that.
Yeah, let's never bring that up. Let's never speak about it. I have had a bit of a shady past. To be honest, it all started when I was first learning to sing, which, to be honest, I'd always been writing stuff.
Okay.
But when I was first learning to sing, it kind of discovered that via my little sister, who was learning a Lionel Richie and Diana Ross song called Endless Love, and she got me to sing the guy part, and it was like, wow, like, do that again, Mum, come and listen to what just happened.
Wow.
And then but at my school it wasn't really the kind of done thing, so I was more into sports and basketball and, to be honest, extreme sports like BMX and skateboard and anything like that.
Yeah.
And the next thing was, when I was leaving school, I was meant to go and do graphic design, and ended up getting into this. I knew I was always able to write, but I didn't necessarily know, and I probably wasn't. And if I'm being completely honest, I wasn't a good singer, so to speak. But when I was at college, well, you get a lot of free periods, all the studenty people, and I'd be like, right, let's go down to the
pub.
Union, the pub, and we'll get smashed up, and it'll be great fun.
Been there, done it. Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, do you know what? I'll see you there in about 90 minutes. And I would get in my car from a place called, it was like Glenrothes College, it was called at the time. I think it's, Adam Smith College or something now, but I would travel about, I think it must have been about 11 miles to a place called Carnegie Hall in Dunfermline with this like wacky singing teacher, operatic, and I'd be learning Les Miserables and Phantom of the Opera, etc., West Side Story. So I was sort of getting trained there, and then I'd slip back into the pub like, yeah, I'm cool or something. It'd be like I'd be away doing this sort of show bitty stuff. And she was just one of these women who was, she like, I had massive stage fright, like singing in front of people. It was a big issue for me. So it culminated eventually in me. I'd be standing in my boxers in front of this woman thinking, wait a minute, what's going on here, type of thing. And she'd be like inviting people in that were just walking past in this theatre, going, come in and watch them and sing. And
you were singing in your boxers?
Yeah, it'd be like breaking me down.
John?
It was
literally breaking you in.
I did question it.
So you lied to me. I didn't pop your virginity. She did.
Well, she definitely got I didn't care anymore. I definitely got over the whole stage fright thing with that, and that led into various kind of, I guess you would call it like promo and modelling kind of things and all that stuff. And it was just, because there's a bit of acting or method acting, so to speak, when it comes to performance, and you kind of need to go to that other place. Like, so it kind of helped me to do that. And now, it's just having that balance where you can do it.
That's where your what's the word? Your flamboyance comes on the stage.
More than likely, and you're not the first man to mention it.
Really? You don't say that, surely.
Yeah. My flatmate Craig, who I'm sure is listening, he's got a few views on it.
Really?
Yeah. So it's all cool though.
It's all showman. That's what's for showbiz.
Yeah.
And it's, you put on a show, and it's music is part of it, and you are the other part of it.
We definitely put on a show. We're all about like, it's just the energy. It's like building it. So like, I'm kind of
feel it.
Yeah, I'm like anti what I call them energy vampires, or just people stricken with doubt. Or like they don't do anything. They're just, because everybody's a critic within a crowd. Everybody.
Yep.
It's easy.
Everybody
amongst,
is. We all
who
are.
said that? And you'll never find it. And it's like all of that kind of business. I've always just, to be honest, I'll walk straight into that. I kind of love that, to go like, you don't think we're good. Well, you're going to think we're good after this. So every show is kind of like a one of our like friends who's she's actually involved in radio herself, Kyla, she always says, I love coming to see you guys because every time we see a show it's like a rehearsal for Wembley. And it's kind of like, if I'm being honest, it is. You've just got to, even the stage is not that big. You've got to play it as if it is. You've got to start to kind of take the time before you go on. Just have that moment where you kind of center yourself and then meditate upon or visualize and start to believe how it feels to play such venues, you know, with that prestige, and how it will feel when you're going out there. And then when you go on, it starts that you emanate that, you radiate that energy. You
did at the Clapham Grand when we first came across you.
Yeah.
And
what a glorious evening that was.
It was a fantastic evening. and I have to say, I'm going to be honest, I'm a man enough to say that the first few songs, I wasn't, I think the flamboyancy kind of knocked me for six because I was there for the music.
Yeah.
You know, I'm the first one to, but then on reflection, and then I had a look at your website, had a listen to your songs, and it just hit me like a truck on the face. It was just good stuff.
What? You have all of me.
Do I? But that's the truth. I'm just being honest. It's you're certainly a flamboyant. But you're talking too much anyway. You're flamboyant and you talk too much. Give us some songs. Well, first of all, introduce the guys to your left and right, please.
On my left, we've got Mr. Kerry Thompson, who's like, I guess tonight as he's a head of percussion, but he is a drummer.
Percussion,
and he absolutely rocks. He totally smashes it up.
He does.
Say hi, Kerry.
Hello,
Hey.
Kerry here.
Hi, Kerry.
And I guess to my right is Mr. Julian Martin-Samos, who's like more than just a guitarist to me. He's like, you know, we live together, best mates, totally write songs together. It's just constant. So we're like pretty in each other's pockets and stuff. And not only that, but he is an exceptional guitarist and both rhythm, lead, you name it. He's got everything. So say hi, Jules.
Hello.
A man of not many words.
No. Okay, cool. So you're going to sing us a song?
We'll
tell us a
sing
little
you
bit about it.
Well, this song's called Gravity, and it's about the gravity of, you know, negativity, energy vampires, depression, all that kind of self-doubt, and possibly even, you know, like narcissism and stuff like that. And you want it's to get over that. It's what has to be done to get over that. And we hope you enjoy it.
John Wyse. That was absolutely fantastic, mind-blowing stuff. New song?
Cheers, dude. It was, it is relatively new. It's been in our set for maybe, 4 or 5 months, a few months now, but we've not actually recorded it yet.
Okay.
And then even maybe last night we all kind of got together, the three of us, and just thought, right, we better do acoustic orchestration. So like, because normally like it's a lot more belted, there's big massive guitar solos, and it's the full tilt kind of thing you would come to expect, I guess, if yourself having saw some of our shows. So it's really nice. Can I
ask you a question? I've been meaning to ask you this for ages. At the Clapham Grand, why didn't you play the more subdued songs? Because they were all the heavy, really rocky ones on that set, wasn't it?
I think what we had kind of been advised at that sort of point in time was that we needed to keep our like our EP reflects that we record well, but we wanted to like put forward like, well, we're a rock and roll band, so we want to get that point across that we can do this acoustic thing and it's cool, but we want to play Wembley.
Absolutely.
Like we want to have that kind of full tilt spectacular kind of thing.
The energy high, because everyone's coming for a good time as well. You don't want to.
It was a Friday night, wasn't it? Was it a Friday night? It was a Friday night.
I think it was a Friday, yeah, it was a Friday. But it was more about, just even in the terms of the dynamics of the set, at that point in time, we kind of, you look at it and you go, right, we'll start with too heavy, then we'll do one that brings it down a bit, and then we'll take it back up with, another too heavy, and then we'll do one light and then finish off, or maybe even too light, and then, there's a journey to a set, so... and even at that point in time as well, we're still... Because when would that have been? Like September, October?
Yeah, I think it was.
Sometime around then. So even right now, we're learning every day with this. And like in terms of our live sound and that's forthcoming when we play the 100 Club on the 10th of February, shameless plug.
We've got time. Listen, it's halfway through the show and you've only played one song. We haven't talked about websites, gigs, recordings.
Website. Well, I tell you what I'll do. I'll give you the details for that, so at least we've covered it. So anybody that is online listening, and if you like what you hear, then the first thing we'd ask is that you go to Facebook and you kind of // to Silverbox Music, and we've heard that likes are currencies with record companies, etc. So it doesn't take much, like just to click like if you support, obviously it's got to come from a real place, but that would be really cool. If you want to see what our live shows are like, or catch any more of our dynamics, I guess, go to YouTube, and it changes from Silverbox Music to Silverbox Band there if you're looking for us. And on Twitter, follow us there. We're loving the Twitter at the moment. The people on Twitter have been amazing, like Coral Rose Radio, Adam at Onslaught, we've got Chrissy who's been doing magic, Nancy over in the States. There's loads of people that we're starting to get to know, and they're really sweet. And our Twitter thing, we've had it, I think, the count for maybe a year, but we only really started using it maybe like 7 days ago or something. And it's just went mental. It's like we had something like 30 followers, which were probably our mates, and then now it's, I don't even, God knows what it is now, but like it was over 300 or 400 or something.
Wow.
So that's really cool to say in a week.
It is fantastic, yeah. Social media, that's the power of it.
Yeah, it's incredible stuff. And then I guess what we don't, Stuart Gibbons, who's like this wizard of graphics, he kind of like is our stage tech, our right hand man. He really helps us. He's like at Von_Ghoulish on Twitter and stuff, and he really is. He's a legend. He's been helping us out so much, and he's kind of revamped our MySpace, which again is a / Silverboxband. You can find us on iTunes. We've got our EPs on iTunes. It's been there for about a year. And we're on Reverb Nation, just as Silverbox. We're on SoundCloud, Silverbox. You're
everywhere.
Yeah, get your tickets for O2, the Indigo O2 on 17th of March. We're doing that. And then we've got Hard Rock Rising, which is Vote Silverbox if you can. And I think that's on the 15th of February or something that kicks off. Oh, I'm getting a shake of the head. When is it? The 25th of January. Oh my God, we've already lost like 3 weeks.
It's on Wednesday.
Yeah. Wow. So that's all kind of starting then, and then people can go on and vote. Okay. So that's the info.
Okay, you going to do us a song?
We'll do you another song. This song is Echoes.
Okay.
I might stand up for this.
That was, yeah. Ooh.
What do you think?
Nah.
I love you. Honesty's brilliant.
That was mediocre. Come on. John Wyse, that was amazing.
It? I stood up for that.
You stood up for that, I know. And it was just.
I was about 5 seconds away from kicking the mixer over.
You were,
as an absolute lie.
Yeah, I know. I love your funky mic stand.
You love it.
It's brilliant.
You got a picture of it. We'll get a picture of you rocking out with that.
Yeah, I think we should.
That'll be straight up on Twitter and Facebook.
In no time at all. Yeah,
yeah.
We'll do that.
So everybody check that out. Click like on the picture. Let's see how many likes we can get on it.
Yes, because that's currency, isn't it? Likes are currency.
Likes are currency, and it's an outrageous totem pole of phallic proportion, and you yourself will endow that with another kind of currency.
Absolutely. I love your words. Okay, where did it come from, John?
I have no idea.
Where did these words come from? This is like a script, but that hasn't been written, isn't it? It's just madness. Could you say hello to the lovely Diane for me, please?
Hi, Diane. How are you?
She's
really?
Yeah.
Where's she? It's not Diane Kitsey, is it?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Hi, Diane Kitsey. Yeah. Love her. You were on my Facebook this morning. I love you. I love you.
She's in Bristol.
She's actually asked. She wants us to go and do a gig up there.
Yeah, Temple.
But we're trying to work it into our schedule and that. So we are aware of it, Diane. And we are aware of it.
And I suppose you better say hello to Tony's mum.
Tony's mum. Hi there. Hi, Tony's mum. Hiya.
There's lots of people listening up here. Go through the list. Diane, Tony's mum, Andrea.
Is that the list?
Yeah.
That's an incredulous list.
Yeah. That's a list of all the conversation.
You guys are all listening to this right now. We could say anything.
You can say anything you like.
Oh. Brilliance, brilliant, just brilliance.
Mm-hmm. Right, shall we catch our breath and play a little tune? Wow, the amazing vocals of Mr. Jake Hall, and I think called Worlds keeps turning, and he sounded almost as butch as you did, Mr. John Wyse.
He's good.
He's good, yeah. You went all weak at the knees, didn't you? When
I like that. I was like Bambi.
What's Bambi got to do with anything, for the sake?
With the knees.
With the knees.
When he goes on the ice.
We saw Bambi today.
Really?
Well.
Why are we talking about Bambi? I'm rock and roll. Where did that come from?
I don't know where that came from. You started it. Did I? No, I started it.
I did. I've only got myself to blame.
Absolutely, yes. Right, Mr. John Wyse. Deep question, and because you're very... But keep it short. I don't want 15-minute answer.
I will try.
Define your music. I found.
Right.
Yay.
If I was to define it, it's because the thing is, it's first of all, it's quintessentially us. It's deeply rooted in authenticity. So the thing that it is whether somebody thinks it's good, amazing, or crap, or okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's authentically okay. It's authentically crap. It's authentically good, because everything we do kind of comes from a real place.
Yeah.
We're not interested in ringtone music or any of that kind of business. So I mean, we do play to our crowd, and we'll do anything for them, you know. So when you
have got an amazing following.
That's
the thing that really struck me at the Clapham.
Yeah,
you know, you have by far the biggest following on the night. I think
they're mental. They're absolutely mentalist. Every one of them, and I love them all.
But they were all professional people. They were that really bright mix of old and young and professionals, and you know, it was just an amazing. Yeah,
honestly, there's not like that kind of what is the word? That kind of that average person, like our target group. It's so wide, and like it's great though. The diversity is incredible, and I love chatting to them. I love that we always, you know, like a good chat and whatnot. But coming back to your question, based on energy, it's all on energy, and it's all about authenticity.
Yeah.
And if I was to really define it in a word, we actually have a song called Saudade, and it's a Portuguese word. And what it loosely translated into English, but it's actually incredibly more cooler than this. Loosely translated means it's an enigmatic yearning of the soul for that which may never return. And when expressed within the arts, for example, Jules on guitar, myself on vocals, Kerry smashing out drum beats, a writer, a poet, a fine art, a pottery maker, a fine jeweler, you name it, it is likened to that of God's love, the higher self, or the ether blasting out from our wounds, and that's what we're all about.
Yeah,
it's that simple.
It is very simple. I could write it in a postage stamp now.
Yeah.
I think that's probably by far the best definition I've had from an artist.
You'll tart you. He'll do anything, wouldn't he?
Debsy's shaking her head. Yeah, they're nodding her head. What am I talking about? I asked that question to all my artists, and that was, I think, by far the best definition.
Oh, David.
Yeah. But I wasn't expecting anything less, John.
We'll have a group hug over this table in a minute.
Hug, yes,
We're going to be giving full fives.
Yes.
High at that. High at that.
Right, time is really racing, Dieter. Another song?
You want another tune?
Oh, I want another tune.
Right.
So badly.
We launched this song on YouTube. We did like a little, believe it or not, in preparation for Your Good Self. We thought, let's get about and we'll arrange something acoustically. So we did Cross We Bear first, and it turned out that the actual recording, which was only for mine and Julian's ears at that point in time, people liked it. And we thought, all right then, we'll put it up on YouTube. We'll do a little video for it. So Silverbox Band on YouTube, check it out. But here's it live.
Wow, absolutely. What starts as a bit of well, it's not a joke, but something just light-hearted thing. It turns into a serious song.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it does. Like I sometimes apologise, or when we first started out playing gigs, I used to apologise to the audience, and I'd be like, almost like I'll see you in 5 minutes, because you kind of you transcend, you go into a different place, and we're not writing about baked beans here.
No,
not there's anything wrong with baked beans.
There's nothing wrong with baked beans. What do you normally write about, or how does it? Well, two questions. What do you normally write about?
I guess the human condition, if you were to put a header on it, and like my own kind of anguishes and flaws. And I mean, like I would say I'm not like a religious person, but I have questions, and I think I'm probably on some kind of quest or something, just trying to work it all out, what's going on. And I don't think I'm the first person to do it.
And you won't be the last.
I certainly won't be the last. But this is just kind of the way, like, I express, and the guys, like, our kind of trying to make sense of what we're doing, our purpose, our reason. It is all just a quest, and it's about kind of having a good time on the way, and trying to build people up rather than knock people down and stuff. So if people come to our shows, like we're going to go on that journey with you. We're going to walk through your kind of madness, your insanity, your flaws with you, because we share them all. We've all got our inadequacies, our insecurities. But when you leave, you're going to leave feeling like you're united, where that kind of unity, we try to promote that. As I quite famously said once, I was like, let us build an edifice of oneness, and it was lost on people initially, but to be honest, that's us, that is what we're all about. So but that particular song, if you like the seed, because there's always a seed in terms of the way a song starts, certainly from the lyrical stance, and it's the sometimes it's so hard to breathe, and for me, I was like really quite troubled, and I had to go and get a little bit of help and whatnot, and I had a panic attack. I don't know if anybody's ever had them, but they're quite serious things, and I actually thought I was having a stroke or a heart attack, and I went to the got rushed to A&E, and kind of like bundled out this car, and then was going in, and the doctors were like, they're trying to teach you this cognitive breathing exercises, and I was like, sometimes it's hard, it's hard to breathe. And that's kind of where the line came from, but it was coming from my own sort of like, I don't know, just like, I've not achieved what I'm after yet. I don't feel whole inside yet. That fulfillment, that wholeness. And it did. It brought on anxiety. It brings on all of this. And so, yeah, now I'm kind of out there singing about it. What's that all about?
What's that all about? But do you suffer from this affliction very often?
I haven't actually for maybe, I don't know, a good like year and a half, 2 years. But I just got fully into writing and whatnot, and I'm lucky in the sense of like I have a craft, I have a vent to kind of get it out and to express. And I think, to be honest, not that I'm one of the greats or anything like that, but because I'm just a dude who's writing tunes, trying to make sense of things. But I think there is that troubledness, that duende, if you like, that kind of acknowledgement of sorrow, sadness, torment that kind of comes through the music, that then it gets taken very much, that's a spectacular show, but wow, that's really poignant and really, it's serious stuff they're singing about.
Yeah, well, you do.
Thank you.
It's fantastic stuff. Time is nearly up, John Wyse.
What an incredible little vortex we've taken ourselves into.
We've taken
I don't want to go home.
I don't want you to go home either.
I feel like we're bound now.
We are.
We're now anointed at the altar the altar of Brooklands Radio.
Yes. Definitely. Amen, brother.
There's a contract. We need to go through like some kind of courts and everything to get parted now.
Well, no, we have to have the group hug first.
They've all heard.
And you got a lovely email here from the Aberdeen fan club are listening. Sounding amazing. Spend the day with John's mum and dad. So proud of you all. Janice.
Wow. Janice rocks.
Janice rocks. Yeah.
Janice certainly does rock.
Yeah, and that was an email. But there's loads of good stuff on Facebook. When you get them in, have a look at the Facebook.
We definitely will. We'll check all that out, and we'll get back to everybody that's had a listen.
Yeah, well, you're really good at that, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're very, very good at that.
Yeah.
Right, John, we're going to give away to the next guy, which is Mr. Chung with his Chill Out show.
He's
coming up in... he does. It's been a pleasure, John.
Mate, it's been an absolute joy.
Part 1, you'll come back very soon.
I'll be back.
Cheers, guys. Thank you very much for coming, everybody. Thank you for listening. Time is really up. I've got to hand over to Mr. Chung. Have a wonderful week. And I shall see you this time next week at the same place. Bye-bye.